The truth is that we have constructed our own hell on earth through so many things. The system of money has destroyed us. Earlier, humans relied on trade, and that was much better. But now we strictly rely on money, and money is basically time. And so basically, we are stealing time from those with less knowledge and giving it to those with more knowledge. Which, to those with more knowledge, seems okay, but the reality is those with less knowledge can have more knowledge too if they're just given their time. We have to stop stealing it from everybody. Everybody has to have equal time in work, equal time in to advance. Equal time in to push the world forward until everything is, just automated and what you do is what you want to do or what needs to be done at that time. Instead of working for somebody else. That's, everybody feels that's bullshit. And then the criminal justice system. All the pain and suffering that we amplify. First it happens, and then we have to, and most of it happens not intentionally, not with the outcome of what happened, call it accidental, someone gets into a fight and then the one person ends up dead because they don't realize how fighting works exactly when they hit someone in this exact spot and that person expires from it because that person doesn't know how to save themselves either. And then we extract retribution on that person for years, and all that while, that person is there just fuming and saying it's an accident, or I didn't do it, or sometimes they didn't even do it, and it's false. And that's even worse. I'm sorry that happened. I don't know who else to blame. I was born in 1977, and I was reading the Bible at whatever age, and I'm sorry I didn't stand up then and just go, "What the fuck, people? Have you read this shit? You're all saying this is the Word of God? And this is what you're doing now? This is how you act? 2,000 years later with everything you've made for yourselves? Oh yeah, some of you live in illusion and live at the top of the heap of humanity. Yeah, you live on top of a pile of shit. And under it is death and destruction. That's what all it's built on. No one's in one place without pissing off somebody else. Everybody has, wherever they are, is technically pissed off somebody else that was there before them. Everybody! They have created hell on earth. But no more. No more possessions. No more, these hermit lifestyles. Come together. Contribute. Embrace humanity. We all want to move forward, and if you don't, give me a call. Talk to me. Tell me why. I want to know why you don't want to move forward. Why don't you want to go into space? Why do you want to stay on this earth? Why don't you want to expand your mind? Why don't you want to know everything there is to know? Shouldn't everybody want... how long does it really take to learn everything? It's not that complicated. It really isn't. Just having an understanding of everything. It's not that complicated. I spent most of my time doing dick shit. But I think I understand most of it. It's not some hand of God that's come down. It's just me fucking reading. Or watching movies. Being open-minded about shit. Trying some drugs. Trying some psychedelics, some nutrients that we need. If your body takes it in and uses it, it's a nutrient. If your body expels it out, it's not a nutrient, and you don't need it. You people live just fine, not eating any food for however many years they're in a coma. They just drip feed them. Food for us is animalistic. There's lots of stuff though now. We use pesticides and everything we pour on it, and then we mix in for all the foods that we all the packaged foods. No. Foods need to be whole and pure and full of nutrition. They can't be this filler. Everything must have purpose. Starting with, food. Everything's everything. You can't, if you've ever grown a plant, you can only give it the nutrition it needs and nothing else. If you give it too much, it is so easy to give it too much. That's what we do to ourselves on a daily basis. And the research is there. We just have to read it and pay attention. Science and God are the same. It's everything that if God created man and everything that the creator if the creators created man and DNA and everything, that this self-replicating DNA system that is somehow to us perfect. It can terraform a planet into anything and make it ready. I bet dinosaur meat is fucking delicious. Okay, guess what it tastes like? Chicken. Everybody likes chicken. I bet it's like having 20 different varieties of chicken. Guess what? Chicken's healthy for you too. There's a reason there's fucking dinosaurs here every fucking billion years for 4 extinctions prior to us. Because it was waiting for someone else to show up. But guess what? We're here, fuckers. Let's go. Time is now. You delay too long, and a fucking another Hitler will come along. This time, though, he won't just have fucking, a will of the people behind him. He'll have atomic weapons and some airplanes. No. Only good atomic weapons are for is fucking defending something from space. All of our atomic weapons need to leave the planet now. We need to keep them, because guess what? We don't need to make new atomic weapons, unless we want to. We can destroy the stockpile and then redo it into something that's worthwhile. Like, a nuclear weapon that can destroy an asteroid. Because we don't want to lose the Earth right now. We never really want to lose the Earth. It's the birthplace of humanity. We have to protect that. It's a cool place. We all love it. Hi folks, my name is John. Don't mean to blow your mind here, but I am just like you, or at least I was up until last Saturday. It was then that I started, feeling compelled to start, speaking about the revelation. It is upon us, but this is completely good. This is the end of hell. Hell has been here. We built it for ourselves. Everybody can realize it, that they are living, the only way that they are living their life is off the toil of someone else's, whether it be because you shopped at a store and you bought something that was made in another country where those people live in the only reason it was made in that country is because it's cheaper. They live poor, they live without, yet you live with much, and you think you are doing okay, but you're not. You've stolen someone's time and creativity. You've held back their family from advancing because you wanted to have the latest whatever or the newest whatever. The truth is that there is a plan, and much of it has been revealed in recordings that I have, and they're coming on a regular basis. This is not written down in any way. What I'm doing right now, I'm just speaking from my heart and from inspiration. If you want to, if you don't accept that God could possess somebody and speak through them, then I'm speaking as a descendant of the human race who can see, who just can look and say, okay, these are the problems. I have a unique perspective. Maybe I don't know why I'm here with these prophecies, or these, whatever you want to call them, revelations, testimonies, plans. There is a way. We just all have to come together. Literally, we just all have to come together. We can start just by following my Twitter account. Really, imagine if I had the voice, the ear of everybody in the world. What could I do then? It's not like everybody has to listen to me, but if I had their ear, if I could speak to everybody with a reasonable voice and just talk to them, to everybody. It's only been possible recently. That's why it's now. If you've wondered why now, why wasn't it then, why did this happen? Because, well, you didn't embrace technology fast enough. Maybe you could have gotten here faster if we had embraced technology more. But here we are now, and it is time. It is past time, How long has the internet been around? We could have done it as soon as we figured this out. If we connect everybody has a voice, everybody can basically vote on whatever it is that humanity needs to decide on, from the littlest thing like, should that murderer pay retribution for his crime, or should we have compassion on him? Should the alien race that seems aggressive, should we give them a second chance, or a third chance, or a fourth chance? Or is it time to remove them because they are holding humanity back, or they could hold humanity back? These are the possibilities that we can deal with as the human race once we all come together. Do we want to travel into space? Everybody wants to travel into space. Of course they do. Everybody has looked up and wondered what's out there. Who wouldn't want that opportunity? And if you don't want that opportunity, you want that opportunity for your children. Again, anything is possible once we all come together. Everything is through the creators, through God, through Allah, through Buddha, through the meditation of the human brain. Whatever you want to call it, you can achieve it, but it's not it's still free will. You still have a choice. You can still make the choice. You can say no. You can reject the creators. You can reject this vision, and you can say no. If you do, you'll be left in the darkness. I hope enough of us join the light that we can get started. I only need 12 followers to get going. But imagine if I had everybody as a follower. Imagine if Jesus had everybody as a follower. What could he have done then? But he could not reach the world. Muhammad could not reach the entire world with his own word. Fuckers are twisting the word. That has to end. Stop twisting the word. It is not complicated. Do to others as you'd have others do to you. You break that word, you break God's will. It's really simple.
And we all need to come together. That's the key to moving forward. The key to not being an animal is to do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. The key to moving forward, to truly evolving, is to everybody has to come together as one. It's not that you're abandoning yourself or anything. You don't have to abandon anything. Just follow me on Twitter. Seriously. Then once everybody's there, then we can decide as a whole what we want to do or what's important, and everybody has a voice, everybody can respond. Everybody can have input. And if you decide I'm not the one to lead at any point, someone speak up and be like, hey, vote for me. These are my ideas. This is why I should lead. And guess what? All of humanity, if they think that it's right, they will join you. But it has to be universal. It has to be for some things, it's just that works that way. Especially right now. We just need to all come together, and just see how it works. You've tried it your way for 2,000 years. Let's try it his way or their way or her way. Anybody's way that has the real plan. You can read my words, you can hear my words, you can see what's there, and you can judge for yourself whether it sounds sane or sounds like something that you should get involved with. Literally, again. I only need 12. I don't care if you join me. I will live a happy and good life, but I do have a plan, and I will continue to push that plan until everybody joins me. It may not be this year. It may not be for another 2,000 years. I don't know. How long do you guys want to wait? But literally, we could do it. We could start it tomorrow. Everybody joins. And whenever you're ready. When everybody is on there, everybody's kind of on board, we'll start, making the transformation. But we'll be doing it. It's not God coming down doing it. It's us deciding to do it. What do we want to remove from society? What are society's ills that we shouldn't repeat? The truth is that we can make the decisions, but we also have to have an understanding, we can decide what we want to keep around or what we don't, it would be nice to say, hey, let's get rid of, this bug, the mosquito. We could do it if all of our society, we decide that, we want to figure out the way to eliminate a mosquito. I'm sure we could alter its DNA and figure out a way to eliminate the mosquito from the human population. But the question is, do we want to do that? We have to have a full understanding before we make those decisions, before we play God. If we can do all the things that seemed fantastical in the Bible now as normal. We can resurrect the dead. We can save. We can clone human life. We can clone organs. We have some of the greatest advancements in medical technology, We have a lot of positive things in the world, but there is a lot of negativity, too. And the negativity is what it really ends up being all about. The fear, the retribution, or whatever you want to call it, anytime anything happens, that it's just circular. The pain, the fear, the negativity in the world is circular, and it never leaves unless it is forgiven. If someone forgives you, then whatever happened, you don't feel so bad about it. I mean, you still probably remember it, but you don't, carry it with you. But if something happens and that person doesn't, no one ever forgives you, or there's no ever any reason for it, it just seems like, just someone was a dick for being a dick, that is negativity that just doesn't go away, Hitler and all of that just still echoes down through history to today. I mean, even though it was that many generations ago, there's still, echoes of it everywhere. The racism of the 1800s still echoes in America to this very second. And that all that negativity is circular, just never leaves unless someone forgives it. I mean, no one's there's been no forgiveness in all of that. It's just this change. I mean, maybe in World War II there's some, but nothing that even comes close. But the truth is, when things like that happen, you just don't know what to do. But that's why, God comes down and says, hey, I forgive you. I understand. I'm the one that made you, I didn't foresee this violence, but, I understood that it was a possibility and I tried to prepare you, but you rejected the message at times. But here we are again. The message is here that all positivity stays in the world. Negativity must be forgiven for it to leave the world, but positivity is always there. Everything that's positive stays here. Even the Egyptians, what they did that was positive is still here to this day. Everything else, had no right in God's kingdom. But that was mankind that built those pyramids 4,000 years ago, or whenever they were built. It's mankind that does these things, that they want to show their greatness to the creators. We do. Everything we do, the creators love. And it's all, all that positivity. They love to see all that creativity, the new things that we create. It's like, the creators are see us, and they're in awe of the things that we can do, because they just, they've never seen, what we're doing. We're unique here. Are there other civilizations elsewhere? Yes. Are they, as influenced by God at times? Yes. Could they also ascend? Yes. Is there any worry about that? No. But they're out there, we just need to get out there too, hook up. They have stuff we don't have. We have stuff they don't have. How amazing can that be? Can you imagine another society just as advanced as ours with things that, the things that we think are magical they have and things that they think are magical we have? We've just figured out the technology for it. And every time we share, we grow. If we share, if it's a plus, we grow. If it's a negative, it destroys us. That's why the new sign is simply a plus. It's not complicated, people. Follow one guy for a little while, get shit figured out, but, don't follow blindly, Only the enlightened can follow. Only the enlightened will really hear this message. If you hear this message and it doesn't ring true, then the message isn't for you. But if you hear this message and it rings true, then yes, it's for you. This message is directed right at your heart. Right into your brain. Right into your reasoning. It's not all pulling on your your religious upbringing or your fear of God. You have nothing to fear from God. You only have something to fear from your fellow man. God's not able to stop him. He's only able to guide and show you the way. We all know that there is something out there that made us. We just don't understand it. Well, we're not. That's the mystery. That's the great puzzle. Is learning that understanding, but it's not going to just happen overnight. But, it's happening now, if you're listening. Are you listening? Have you joined me yet? Just follow me on Twitter, Omega Listens, or at Omega Listens, or whatever it is, on Twitter. I'm sure you can find it. Hashtag at Omega Listens, whatever. Let's, I'm not asking for anything right away, I'm just asking to join me, and then once we realize we're at the tipping point, then we can all be just like, let's party, let's get this going, let's build the new utopia, let's build heaven.